Harassment methods. Overview of harassment methods used by FBI's COINTELPRO Operation Gladio. Covert community recruits and stay-behind armies, or instruction manual for community gang stalkers. From Chapter 18, Instruction Manual with Harassment Methods for Community Gang Stalkers, Undercover Community-Based Agents. Gang stalking is a covert counterintelligence operation to deprive and isolate the victim for climate control, to stage a synthetic psychological collapse for trafficking or exploitation, to stage a synthetic suicide programming for eugenics, to deprive the victim of any peace and justice for social injustice, forced oppression, also known as slavery. Welcome back to the program, everybody. Welcome back to another show. Welcome back to another episode. Good morning or good afternoon to all of my viewers, listeners, and Soul Tribe family. The name of this program is called It's a Conspiracy, But It Ain't No Theory. It's a Conspiracy, But It Ain't No Theory is a nonprofit social service agency suicide prevention campaign servicing the needs of families and foster children at risk. Lending my voice to help raise awareness by soft publishing a book trilogy called Lucy's Lair. Lucy's Lair is a graphic novel based on true events following my life as a freelance artist. This program is intended to help encourage, heal, and empower survivors of cancel culture and rape culture, providing free information and evidence regarding child abuse, sexual assault, domestic violence, electronic harassment, gang stalking, conspiracy, and true organized hate crimes against humanity, collective and covert. Your company can help by providing funds in a grant or by donating goods and services as I continue delivering this information and evidence to the general public and advocating for foster children in need. Thank you in advance for all of your support. On today's episode, I am going to be discussing gang stalking, occult ritual stalking, community harassment with malicious intent, hypersimulation theory, covert psychological operations, plus surviving the New World Order, surviving the New World Disorder per usual, surviving manufactured chaos, surviving manufactured karma, and surviving the electronic targeting Holocaust. My name is Adrienne Alese. I am the author and creator of a book trilogy called Lucy's Lair. Lucy's Lair is a book trilogy reflecting my life as a survivor of rape culture, child sex trafficking, and psychological gas chambers. On this program, I advocate for women's rights, basic human rights, and the rights of those disabled. I also advocate on behalf of the foster children in the CPS system, orphans, single mothers, foster mothers, and those less fortunate. Targeted individual or trafficked victims are predominantly women. 65 to 70% of targeted individuals are white American women or those who identify as such. This makes gang stalking an illegal operation or a hate crime that is sexually and politically motivated towards American women and their children. This program is a dedication to the targeted individual community. The objective of the opposition or the counterintelligence program, COINTELPRO 2.0, is to subvert all of the target's potential, to terminate and to punish all supporters and sympathizers, to round down the target's output and audience, to marginalize the target, to eliminate connections and networking ability. Project Monarch programming refers to a conspiracy theory claiming that the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, developed a covert trauma-based mind control program. The conspiracy alleges that this program was an offshoot of the real and now widely known CIA project called MKUltra, which sought to develop techniques for interrogation and mind control. Allegations of Monarch programming. Advocates of the Monarch conspiracy theory claim that it used systemic torture and abuse to intentionally cause extreme trauma to subjects, forcing their minds to disassociate and create alter egos or manipulate multiple personalities. These personas could then be, quote, programmed. According to the theory, these alters could then be, quote, programmed using symbols and specific triggers, also known as anchors, to carry out a range of clandestine operations such as assassination, sex slavery, and intelligence gathering. Appendix 1. Keywords and phrases taken directly from this manual. Appendix 2. Key terms from Rich's, quote, New World War, revolutionary methods for political control. Electronic targeted killing, ETK comment. Note that the terms, definitions, military documents, laws, and patents provided by Rich prove the existence of this operation, described in Kilde's, quote, manual. Appendix 3, European Parliament Resolution on Operation Gladio. Appendix 4, From Total Individual Control, Technology by Omniscience. Directed Energy Weapon Cover Stories. Mental Illness as an Electronic Harassment Cover Story. In-game technology packaged under persuasive spiritual warfare illusions. Directed energy interaction packaged as the supernatural. Government technology under a cosmic being facade. Religious-themed illusions. Using religion mythology as a means for cover stories. Extraterrestrial contact as a psychological operation cover story. Ghosts as a cover story. AI orchestrated phantom illusions. In-game technology as a sorcery cover story. In-game technology as the real source behind effective voodoo. Witchcraft as a directed energy cover story. Black Project Science under a black magic cover story. Directed energy attacks deceptively packaged as physiological ailments. Synthetic signals in the brain from implants framed as physiological ailments. Psychic attack as a directed energy attack cover story. Spiritual attack as a directed energy attack cover story. New Age cover stories, an example, disembodied spirit illusions. Old Age mythological gods used as a cover story. Human-based electronic harassment with aliens packaged as the perpetrator. Scientology methods as a cover story for technological remote influence. Exotic neural body illusions, an example, chakra entity attachments, ethereal implants, etc. Interdimensional being interaction as an electronic targeting cover story. Exploitation. Exploitation of illusory explanations to conceal directed energy crimes. People who have already assimilated the cover stories are often not ready to hear the truth. Omniscience. Beings impersonated. Neighbors, targeted individual V2K. Black Ops agents, targeted individual V2K, family, targeted individual V2K, deceased loved ones, deceased relatives, deceased pets, psyops V2K, demons, mind control cover story, Jinn cover stories, archons cover stories, interdimensional beings, new age psyops, extraterrestrials, cosmic being impersonation programs, ufology, bastardization, entity attachments, new age psyops, shadow beings, an example to cause fear from an obscure source. Archangels to impersonate a higher authority. Lucifer to persuade into evil. Satan, Satanists, V2K. Ra, New Age psyops. Spirits, spiritual warfare illusions. Ghosts, phantoms, directed energy trickery. Fairies, rehashed old age cover stories. Higher self, mind control cover story. Panpsychism-based impersonations. An example, Gaia, aka Mother Earth, speaking to people. Saints and Mother Mary, religious impersonations. Holy Spirit, psychological direction method. Sleeper assassin method. Ascended Masters, impersonation of a higher power. Jesus, any vector of vulnerability is exploited. Persons of note, an example, to get a target to murder them, to psychologically direct. Any mythological god of the past, God, Allah, Yahweh, Jehovah, impersonation of the highest power, done via electronic telepathy, contact, voice to skull, V2K. Directed energy weapons operate invisibly while the inducible mental limits of directed energy weapons are the limits of consciousness itself. This makes for an incredibly potent environment for illusions of all types. Omniscience. Neural weaponry and artificial intelligence quotes. The point of the program is to have maximum psychological effect and leave the minimal amount of evidence. So in any case, thanks so much for joining me on today's episode of It's a Conspiracy, but It Ain't No Theory. For the record, and to the best of my knowledge, I have been on the CIA's hit list for an electronic targeting homicide and Holocaust officially since October 31st, 2019, Halloween, after the tattoo shop I frequent was broken into and my son's name was tagged on the inside of the tattoo shop window. It is apparent to me that I am the victim of organized crime. After the death of Jerron's baby cousin, Jennifer Alfisa, who was 25 years old, on August 1st, 2021, approximately a week and a half after my cell phone alerted me that hackers were tracking me, I started this channel in fear for my life when I tried to file in court for domestic servitude and was denied access to the law library. My safety is jeopardized. None of this is for attention. I am not crazy, nor do I have a habit of telling lies. So far, I haven't made a single penny doing the Lord's work and speaking the gospel truth here on this program, delivering words of encouragement and true news, not fake news. Generally, I don't make any friends discussing deep-seated underlying political issues such as rape culture. Quite the contrary. I have lost my home, my family, my friends, my career as a model, my reputation, health, and I am forced to flee from this cult of deadly mobsters daily. I have been forced into impoverishment, and even though I am homeless, none of my family, my parents, have not asked me or called to see how I'm doing, not even once. Instead, they prefer to victim blame, to gaslight, and to argue. This is the reason for my crisis. My life should be so much different than it currently is. It should be the exact opposite. I should have been married, a married homeowner with foster children of my own by now, settled into a community and church. I am currently being oppressed as my constitutional rights are being violated daily, and I'm deprived of my right to life. So, if you wouldn't mind, if you appreciate the truth and the work I do here on my program, please like, share, comment, subscribe, tip, or donate today. Every penny helps me to regain my social support, reputation, and independence. I don't smoke or drink, so no money is wasted. Thank you. Social engineering is a crime against humanity. Exploitation of illusory explanations to conceal directed energy crimes. This is social engineering. Cut your shower short to conserve our water. I'm so proud of my conservative efforts. So the fact that I am cutting my shower short conserves energy, water resources. The fact that I walk and I don't drive, same exact situation. I'm doing more for the climate than these so-called environmentalists. Charlie Kirk was shot for expressing himself politically. These are cover stories to conceal directed energy crimes, which is electronic targeted killings, an electronic targeting holocaust. So anyways, those stories that the media sells, it's out for sensationalism. And so all of this conspiracy, organized hate crimes, it's all sensational. What do I always say about the truth? 3 main things about the truth. The truth never wavers. You never have to worry about remembering the truth because, like I said, it never wavers, it never changes. And the truth always prevails.